Morning, you lot. How's it going? I'm just putting together a bit of a toolbox because I've got to tie up some loose ends today. So I've still got all the bits and bobs in here from when I've done the thermostat and all that stuff on the Talbot that I haven't cleaned it out. Got adjustable spanners and all sorts in here. WD-40 might need. So I'm going to have a clean out of my little tool bag thing. Oh, I've been looking for that little funnel. Found it now. Screwdriver, yeah, just general rubbish in there. So I'm going to clean all my little tool bag thing out and get what I need. I've got to go and get the jack out because, as usual, that's buried. And we're going to go and tie up a few loose ends, things I've been meaning to do for quite some time. But probably just laziness means I haven't done it. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Alrighty then. What's it called? I can never remember what size socket I need. So I've got the whole tray, impact, gloves, rag, WD, and what do you call it? Bloody bar. Got a bar. Happy days. Gonna go and get the jack out, and then we're gonna go and sort out a little brake light, because when I done the brake pads on my car months ago, I bought the pads about a year before I needed them, because they were on a deal in the local shop. Well, not a deal, but they were cheap for some reason. And I said, "Are they really?" He said, "Yeah, that's the price of them." So great, I'll get them. So I'm going to need them at some point. So I bought the pads, but I didn't buy the ones with the sensor. I bought the ones without sensor. So that means when I come to change them, I've got no sensor anymore. No wear sensor for the wear. So all I'm going to do is sort that out now, because I've got the light on the dash telling me I've got no brake pads. But I have got brake pads. They're brand new. They've been on about 6 months. So there's plenty of meat left on them. But let me just go and sort that light out. And then I've got other stuff to do as well. So the aim of the game is to get rid of that brake pad light there. It's telling me that I've got no brake pads. Look, check brake pad. So I plugged in the OBD, hoping I could be lazy and just turn the light off. But I dare say some of you lot might have the right scanners that can do that kind of thing, but my one doesn't, and I'm not going to go and buy one. Another one, that is. So we'll have to do it manually instead. There's the sensor, and all I've done is cable tie that wire out of the way. But if I join these two wires together, because that's all they do, they make a connection, and when the connection is broken, that's when it puts the light on to say, hey, you've worn through your pads. So I'm going to put these two together and that light should go out with any luck.
Chances are you can't actually see it all out there. But I've got as you can see them, stripped them, got a little bit of heat shrink. I normally solder them together, but I'm not going to bother soldering them together today. I'm just going to twist them together, put the heat shrink on, and hopefully that'll hold them in place. It's a bit awkward though when I've got a lot of I could just experiment with unplugging the wire altogether, I suppose. But I normally just put these wires together, and that solves the problem. So I'll give it a go. I've never done it on a Tiguan. This is a Tiguan, a VW Tiguan. I've never done it on one of these before. So whether they've got some funky computer that says, I know the trick you're trying to play, they won't let me do it, I don't know. But there's only one way to find out. Like that. Shrink it down. There we go. See what happens.
Check brake pad. Didn't work. Alright, so I've taken heat shrink off. I've wrapped them together a bit better now. I don't know whether that's going to focus, hopefully. So they've got a properly good connection now. And we go and have a look. The light is no longer there, and we don't get check brake pad anymore. So that's all it needed, bit of a better connection. I need to invest in a better tripod so that you can see what I'm doing, a taller one really. But I'm just going to put some tape around it, leave it as it is, because I know it's got a good connection now. So I'm just going to put some tape around it, just to try and protect it, weatherproof it if I can. Because these pads are going to be on here now for a long time. So this is going to be taped up for many years, I would think. One more check to make sure that we've still got a good connection, and we'll put it all back together. Right, one mission done for the day. We're going to go on a little trip. You want to come on a little trip with me? You ain't go. I mean, you can stay here if you want. Might be a bit boring though. But then again, it might be boring on the trip. I don't know. But mission number 2 is to go and get some tyres. Tyres. Yeah. I know. You ain't got to tell me. I know. Why am I getting tyres? Well, tyres are very important because they keep you on the road. They keep you on the road. Your car can be as good as, it can be perfect, it can be brand new, just rolled off the production line, although is that perfect these days? By far no, but it could be. If the tyres aren't good enough, you're not going to stay on the road, are you? And it ain't going to be a good experience either. And I've got something in my eye and I can't get it out. I've had it in there for bloody hours. Anyway, let the car warm up, go on a little trip, get some tyres. We'll see what we find on the way. We never know. We might find abandoned buildings, we might find churches, we might find all sorts of stuff, or it could just be an incredibly boring trip that I can only see out of one eye because the other one's got something in it. I know. I might go and get an ice cream. Come on, let's go. Lovely jubbly. Hey, lovely bloody jubbly. Funny old road, this one. Funny old road. Well, there wasn't anything interesting happened when I went to go and get the tyres, so I didn't really have a look at anything. But what a bloody brilliant day it is out there. Let me show you the day. Have a look at this watch. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's nice to see an old friend is back, Mr. Snafu. Don't know whether that will focus on this or not. But every time you get like a hater latch on, it does you the world of good. So it's good to see that he's back on the other channel. He was there a couple of years ago, when I was doing stuff for Nova. You got the Nova engines and that kind of stuff. He latched on then, and it done the world of good for the channel because the views were up, subscribers were up, shares were up. Then when he went away, it all sort of slowed down again. So now he's back. People don't realise, haters, they do a lot more for the channel than you would ever imagine. I'm having a little play around with this Bofang UV9R Plus. Got this little aerial plugged into it. I was having a little play around with it this morning. Didn't film any of it because, well, I didn't find anyone to talk to be fair. I was playing around with it while I was waiting for the tyre shop to open. Well, not for it to open, but while I was waiting for me to have my turn to go into the tyre shop to get my tyres fitted. Didn't find anyone to talk to, but that's probably because it's a weekday and most people are probably at work. So anyway, I put that in the beginning of the video about what I'd done with the little brake light. When it first didn't work, I thought, nah, I've obviously didn't get a good connection, because I've done that many times. Renaults and other cars that have a little sensor to tell you when the wear, like when your pads are worn out, basically. There's like a little metal thing. Two of the wires go onto it. I kept mine originally to show you, but it's been so long now, I've lost it. I've put it somewhere. It's probably on a shelf somewhere for me to show you, but the two little wires are connected to that. And when the meat on the pads wears down, yeah, and the metal of the pad, metal of the, you know, bloody hell, what do you call it? When all the meat wears away and you're down to the metal, basically, it then starts to wear at that little piece of metal, what the wires are connected to. And then that wears away, and then the two wires become disconnected. There's no more continuity between them. That's what throws the light up. So all you got to do is put them together so that they're connected. They think that they're connected to a little piece of metal, which is on the brake pad, but they're not. They're just connected together. Continuity between them. There's a connection. And the light is off. It's as simple as that. It really is as simple as that. I mean, a few people were saying to me, just plug it in, and turn the service light off. I'm like, it's not a service light though, it's a brake wear light. It's not a service light, it's a brake wear light. You know, it's telling me that the brake pads have worn away to nothing. Like, because I understand how it works. They obviously didn't understand, and they said to me, you can just plug it in and turn the light off. So I used the scanners that I've got, not very expensive scanners, couldn't do that. So I thought I'm just going to have to do what I usually do, because I usually do it at the same time. Do the pads, put the wires together, be done with it. But at the time when I'd done the pads, I couldn't be bothered to go and get the soldering, because I usually solder them together so they don't come apart. I didn't on this one, I just twisted them and put tape around them. But I couldn't be bothered to go and get the soldering iron, I couldn't be bothered to go and get heat shrink or tape, and I thought I'll sort it out another day, because I was in a bit of a rush when I did the pads. Anyway, it's been months and months, so I put that at the beginning of the video, so anyone that wants to know that and doesn't want all the other bollocks that comes after it, like what I'm talking now, they just want to know how to fix it, they can get that at the beginning, and then if they want to continue watching, happy days. If not, move on with life. Yeah, I reckon that's a bloody good idea. But yeah, no, it does make me, it makes me chuckle a little bit. I like it when you get, because there's always skeptical people out there. Now and again, every single channel will get some kind of hater. And at the moment, because it's a little bit of an insider's joke at the moment, because there's a certain person, his name's Alfie Fury, real nice bloke. He bought me these shocks for this car. He bought me the air filter, and then he bought me the big bore kit to go on it. He's a big buyer of a lot of the RC cars that I buy off of eBay or wherever else. And then I sell on. I get them going, make videos of it, obviously, getting them going and that. And then I sell them on. And he's quite a big buyer of those. He normally buys most of the ones off of me that I've done that with. Not all of them, but most of them. In fact, I'm holding a car for him at the moment. When he's ready to pay for it, it's there for him. That's how good of a relationship we have. I'll hold cars for him. I've had this one here, I've been holding it for a month or two now. And I would often do that. But according to Mr. Snafu, he doesn't exist. And I buy my own presents, buy the things for myself, and tell all you lot that someone's bought them for me. And that means that other people are going to want to jump on the bandwagon and buy me stuff. Thing is, if that's me, it would be the opposite. Because when I watch a YouTube channel or a video, and I see that people have been buying them stuff, sending them stuff in, it works the opposite for me. Because I think to myself, well, other people are sending this person stuff, you know, so they don't need any more. So I'm not going to bother myself by sending more in. Maybe that's just the way my brain works. I realise that some people, you know, they see other people doing something and they want to jump on the bandwagon and do it as well. But for me, it wouldn't work that way. I've sent quite a few things to YouTube channels in the past. Haven't done it for a number of months. In fact, the last thing I sent was an engine heater to a small YouTube channel who needed an engine heater. So I bought a brand new one and sent it. Was it a brand new one? It might not have been a brand new one. It might have been one that I'd used a couple of times. I can't remember. Anyway, it was an engine heater and I sent it over to him. But the ones that get stuff sent all the time, I think to myself, well, there's loads of people sending stuff to this person, so they don't need any more. Don't need me to jump on the bandwagon. So it'd work in the opposite. And the opposite, it'd work the opposite for me. Crazy, really. Eh? Isn't it crazy how everyone's brains work differently to each other's? I love it. I absolutely love humans. We're great creatures, really. Although we do destroy ourselves, we destroy our habitat in the way of building loads of buildings, putting concrete everywhere, and building far too many cars. Not the cars. Doesn't matter that the cars pollute. I don't care about that. It's how many there are. There are far too many. But we are clever. So it's a bit of a joke. I'm going to Alfie. I'm going, look, he says you don't exist. And he's like, pretty sure I do exist. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you do exist as well. Unless it's a random ghost that's been there looking after me for these few years, buying all these cars off of me. Cracking, man. Absolutely cracking. So there's the crankshaft and the piston, the old one. This is all ready to go together now. This is all ready to run. It starts up and it runs. I was looking at the clutch. The clutch seems to be fine. It's taken longer to dry than I thought it was going to take. It said 24 hours. It's been probably 72. It's been a few days. And it constantly keeps leaking out because it's that type of glue that expands when it dries. But this should be dry soon. I'll put it all back together, put all the clutch together. I'm going to buy a lesser spring, like a less, what's the word? A softer spring, that's the word. I'm going to buy a softer spring for this clutch because ever since day one, you have to rev it a lot for it to start to engage. And I don't want that. I want it to start to engage on quite low revs. That's just the way I drive it, you know what I mean? I don't want to have to drive it half throttle, just, you know, you have to do half throttle just for it to start to engage. I don't want that. I want it to engage quite soon. So I am going to get a softer spring for it at some point, but for now it'll be fine. I've obviously got to run it in again because it's got a new top end on it. In fact, it's got a new bottom end as well because we've got a new crank. This is the old, oh, that's no good anymore, is it? Oh, luckily it wasn't any good anyway. But this is the old crank. So it hasn't just got a new top end, it's got a new bottom end as well. So it needs to be running again. Happy days, man. I'm in complete shock. Every second of the day, I'm in complete shock. Anyway, you lot, the real purpose of this video was to show and help some of you lot with the brake pad light thing. So hopefully that's what I accomplished and you've managed to mend your one. Get your little brake wear light out. And there we go. Have a nice one. I'll catch you on the next one. If you like this sort of thing, think about sticking around because there's loads of different things on this channel. You know, I do all kinds of different stuff. I tend to just film things that I'm doing day to day. I don't really like the term vlogging, but that's pretty much what it is. There's not really much topic to this channel. It's kind of just everything and anything. Abandoned buildings, churches, RC cars now and again, real cars, camper vans, you know, engine things, servicing, push bikes, anything you can think of, CB radio, ham radio. I forgot about all that kind of stuff. If you like it, think about sticking around and you might enjoy some of it, you might not, who knows. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, all the best. Love it. Just love life, please, because that's what we're here to do.